What's up, Steelers Nation? Welcome back to the channel. As always, we're here to bring you the latest updates and exclusive insights on everything Pittsburgh Steelers. The team is in a constant state of improvement, striving for greatness to deliver the results this city and its fans deserve. But you know the drill. Before we dive into today's big topic, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our updates. Let's hit that ground running, just like we hope our offense will in 2025 as we head into the 2025 offseason. One thing is clear. The Pittsburgh Steelers are facing yet another quarterback dilemma. The team is no stranger to overhauling its QB room, as we saw following the 2023 season. But now, with contracts for Russell Wilson and Justin Fields both expired and Skylar Thompson the only quarterback currently under contract, the Steelers have some tough decisions to make. The big question: who will lead the Steelers' offense in 2025? Will it be Wilson, the veteran with a storied career, or Fields, the athletic playmaker who still has untapped potential? Both quarterbacks bring something to the table, but both also come with their fair share of question marks. Adding to the complexity, both players are likely to attract interest from other teams in free agency. That means the Steelers need to make up their minds quickly if they hope to lock down their top choice before other franchises swoop in. Let's start with what we know. Justin Fields is younger, more mobile, and arguably has a higher ceiling than Russell Wilson at this stage of their respective careers. Fields' ability to make plays with his legs and extend drives could provide the spark the Steelers' offense desperately needs. However, consistency has been an issue for Fields, and his decision-making still raises eyebrows at times. On the other hand, Russell Wilson brings experience, leadership, and a proven track record of success. While he isn't the same dynamic player he was in his prime, Wilson still has the tools to manage a game and make clutch throws when it matters most. But with age catching up to him and a hefty price tag likely attached to his name, the question becomes whether he's worth the investment for a team that's looking to build for the future. Of course, the Steelers' quarterback situation doesn't end with choosing between Fields and Wilson. The team will also need to address its depth at the position. Insider Jerry Dulac recently floated an interesting idea. Could Mason Rudolph return to Pittsburgh? Rudolph, who left the Steelers after the 2023 season and signed a one-year deal with the Tennessee Titans, is expected to hit free agency again. While his 2024 season in Tennessee was underwhelming, 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions in 8 games, Rudolph's familiarity with the Steelers' system and coaching staff could make him an appealing option as a backup. Another name to watch is Daniel Jones, the former New York Giants quarterback. Jones has plenty of starting experience and could provide solid insurance behind whoever the Steelers choose as their starter. If the Steelers truly want to set themselves up for long-term success, they might consider adding a quarterback through the 2025 NFL Draft. While this year's draft class isn't loaded with top-tier QB talent, there are several intriguing mid-round prospects who could develop into quality starters. This approach would allow Pittsburgh to pair a veteran like Fields or Wilson with a young, up-and-coming talent, creating a seamless transition plan for the future. The key will be finding a diamond in the rough, someone who can thrive under the guidance of head coach Mike Tomlin and the Steelers' coaching staff. Let's talk about the financial side of things. The Steelers are projected to have around $40 million in cap space this offseason, according to Over the Cap. While that gives them some flexibility, they'll need to free up even more room to address the quarterback position and other areas of need. One potential cap casualty is edge rusher Preston Smith. Acquired at the 2024 trade deadline, Smith failed to make a significant impact in Pittsburgh, recording just 13 tackles and 2 sacks in 8 games. Cutting Smith would save the Steelers $13.4 million in cap space without incurring any dead money. While Smith has had a solid career, it's clear he's no longer the player he once was. Releasing him would allow the Steelers to redirect those funds toward more impactful signings, including securing their quarterback of the future. Once again, the quarterback position is the center of attention as Pittsburgh enters an offseason with uncertainty under center. Both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields played critical roles in the 2024 season, but neither is currently under contract for 2025. The fan base seems to have made their preference clear. They want Justin Fields back. Fields' dynamic ability as both a passer and a runner offers a glimpse of what the future of football looks like. He brings an energy and style of play that excites fans and opens up new dimensions for the offense. On the other hand, Russell Wilson's season ended on a less favorable note. While his experience and leadership were evident, he struggled with mobility and looked like a shadow of his former self. For a team trying to stay competitive in a tough AFC, Wilson's limitations raise serious questions about his viability as a long-term option. Despite the fan base leaning toward Fields, Wilson isn't out of the conversation just yet. In fact, Wilson has publicly stated that his team has been in talks with the Steelers about a new deal, but here's where things get interesting. Just when it seemed like Pittsburgh was Wilson's only realistic option to remain a starter in 2025, the landscape shifted dramatically. On Friday, the Las Vegas Raiders announced the hiring of Pete Carroll as their new head coach. If you're a longtime football fan, you know the history between Carroll and Wilson. Together, they built a dominant force in Seattle, winning a Super Bowl and appearing in another. While their partnership didn't end on the best terms, reports suggest that the two have recently rekindled their relationship. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, sources close to Carroll believe it's entirely possible he could reach out to Wilson about a reunion in Las Vegas. Fowler even noted that Wilson has expressed intrigue about playing in the black and silver. This development puts the Steelers in a precarious position. Let's break this down. The Raiders are desperate for stability at the quarterback position. While Aiden O'Connell showed flashes of promise in 2024, he's far from being a proven franchise quarterback. Adding a veteran like Wilson, who has a history of success with Carroll, could give the Raiders the stability they crave. The history between Wilson and Carroll cannot be overlooked. Together, they were perennial threats in the NFC, and their chemistry could reignite in Las Vegas. For Wilson, it's an opportunity to work with a coach who understands him in an organization eager to make a splash. For the Steelers, this creates a potential bidding war. Wilson, who signed with Pittsburgh in 2024 on a bargain deal, won't come cheap this time around. If the Raiders are serious about bringing him in, they could easily drive up the price, forcing the Steelers to make a tough decision. Let's be real, Steelers Nation. While Wilson's leadership and experience were valuable, he's not the quarterback who will take this team to the next level. His lack of mobility and diminishing arm strength make him a liability against faster, more aggressive defenses. This stage in his career, Wilson is more of a short-term solution than a cornerstone for the future. Pittsburgh cannot afford to get caught up in a bidding war with the Raiders. Overpaying for Wilson would eat into the team's cap space, limiting their ability to address other areas of need like the offensive line, secondary, and wide receiver depth. Instead, the Steelers should focus on bringing back Justin Fields. He's younger, more athletic, and has the potential to grow into a true franchise quarterback under the right guidance. If Fields isn't an option, Pittsburgh could explore drafting a quarterback or signing a younger free agent with upside. The Steelers are projected to have around $40 million in cap space heading into the offseason. While that's a decent starting point, the team has multiple holes to fill. One way to create additional cap space is by cutting edge rusher Preston Smith, who underperformed after being acquired at the trade deadline in 2024. Releasing Smith would save the team $13.4 million without any dead money, giving them more flexibility to make impactful moves. With smart financial decisions, Pittsburgh can set themselves up for success, but overspending on Wilson would derail those plans. The team must prioritize long-term sustainability over short-term fixes. So, where do the Steelers go from here? Re-sign Justin Fields. Fields has the potential to be the dynamic quarterback Pittsburgh needs. His ability to extend plays with his legs and create opportunities downfield makes him an exciting option for the future. Draft a quarterback. If Fields isn't re-signed, the Steelers could turn to the 2025 NFL Draft. While this year's class isn't stacked with elite talent, there are some intriguing mid-round prospects who could develop into quality starters. Avoid overpaying for Wilson. If Wilson is determined to test free agency and explore options like the Raiders, the Steelers should let him walk. There's no sense in overcommitting to a quarterback who doesn't provide a clear path to success. All right, Steelers Nation, now it's your turn. What do you think? Who should the Steelers prioritize, Justin Fields or Russell Wilson? Should Mason Rudolph or Daniel Jones be brought in as a backup? And do you think the Steelers should draft a quarterback in 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get this conversation going because your input is what makes this community so special. The 2025 offseason is shaping up to be a defining moment for the Pittsburgh Steelers. With questions surrounding the quarterback position, salary cap management, and roster construction, the organization has a lot on its plate. But if there's one thing we know about the Steelers, it's that they thrive under pressure. Thank you for tuning in, Steelers Nation. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your fellow fans. Let's keep building this community and cheering on the black and gold together. Until next time. Here we go, Steelers!